All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and you were just listening to Savant with Splinter.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's quite interesting. So, welcome back to the Weekly Trending Fandom Show, my friends. My name is Recepit, and I am the show's mega cool host, star, thingy, whatever. And basically, if you're just tuning in for the very first time, I thank you very much for joining us here at CKMS Sound FM 100.3 on the FM dial. And on top of all that, again, if you just happen to tune in, this is a Weekly Trending Fandom Show. We talk about everything between comic books, TV, gaming, movie stuff, and everything in between. And just in the last break there, we just finished concluding our gaming stuff segment. And now we're moving into our movie segment. Movie segment. There we go. Where we talk about everything that's happening in Tinseltown and around the actual Bend and other stuff like that. So, kicking things off here, 2.0. Do you got any movie news in your end?
A little bit of movie news. Some more Avatar lawsuits.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us about the Avatar lawsuit.
They're all getting thrown out of court.
Awesome.
Apparently people are coming up and going, that was my idea. Why would you steal it and put it on movies and make money off of that? You're horrible. Why are you taking all this money away from me? Yeah, they're just getting thrown out of court. Wow. James Cameron's like, yeah, that's great and all. I love that you guys are coming out and
look at you guys.
I love that you're trying to pay some attention to me, but really, no. No. You don't get this. Yeah. He's also happy that the courts are just going.
Also, on top of that, they actually mentioned that this is James Cameron.
Yeah.
And he's like the superstar James Cameron. Yep. The same James Cameron that actually revitalized the actual 3D industry, movie industry.
Yeah. James Cameron. Yeah. James Cameron. I believe South Park did an episode with James Cameron. James Cameron does what James Cameron does.
Exactly.
For James Cameron, no. James Cameron does what James Cameron does because he is James Cameron.
No, that's funny, man. That's really funny stuff. So, on my end, it's not quite James Cameron-ish, but however, it deals with something from our TV segment, which is the Doctor Who stuff.
Okay.
Wasting no time, the former Doctor known as Matt Smith, the actor who played Doctor Who, is basically found a new role. You ever heard of a movie called American Psycho, by chance?
Yes, I have.
Well, supposedly Matt Smith, the guy who played the Doctor, would be reprising the lead role of American Psycho.
Huh.
Yeah. But however, this is not American Psycho, the sequel. This is American Psycho, the musical.
Okay.
And just for the reaction. There it is.
What?
Yep. So there's going to be a musical of American Psycho starring one Matt Smith. Now that's going to be interesting.
Huh.
And for all those people who are going, huh? We'll put some more links on the Weekly Trending Fandom page, and we'll talk about that more online. What else you got here in the 2.0?
I've got a couple of other little tidbits that I'm hanging on for our comic segment.
All right, good stuff. I'll hang it up from there. So basically, some more stuff I got on my end is that remember I mentioned earlier that that Lone Ranger movie I talked about at the beginning of the segment there.
Yeah, Lone Ranger.
Yeah. Well, Quentin Tarantino, I personally think is now showing his age. Because basically he's gone through the internets and basically posts up his top 10 movie list. And some of the actual highlights we have here is pretty much the following. Some of these are really good, but the end one I kind of scratch my head over and kind of go, what? So basically what we got going on here is that one of the top ones that Quentin Tarantino liked a lot was basically a movie called Afternoon Delight, followed by Before Midnight. Then another one is called Drinking Buddies. I haven't seen that one yet. Ever heard of it? 2.0? No, neither have I. It must be an indie film. And the other one that's coming up, Gravity. That's very interesting for me to hear. Because the thing is that Gravity, which I'll talk about more in our top 5 films, is, I think it's a piece of poop. I don't buy George Clooney being an astronaut in space. I don't buy what's her name that I really like a lot. I can't remember.
Bullock?
Sandra Bullock being an astronaut and being in space. I don't buy that at all.
I don't know. Sounds bollocks to me.
Very bollocks. Oh! So, doom. So the thing is that, again, these are great actors. I just think they're in a really crappy role because I can't buy it. I can't. But one of the few things that people are telling me is that if you see this movie in 3D, it's supposed to be amazing. So I'm looking at this going,
wait. Does it being in 3D change the whole rolls around?
It's supposed to be one of the best visualized movies for a space flick that's ever been done in Hollywood. That is what they're saying. And that's them. But the thing is, at the same time with Sandra Bullock followed by George Clooney, I don't buy them as astronauts. I really, really don't. George Clooney is great, but as an astronaut, I don't see that at all. Sandra Bullock, Mrs. Confidential, whatever the hell that movie was she was a part of, I don't buy it as well. So it's like, wow. So anyways, that's one of Quentin's movies, so something to scratch my head over. Then the thing is, it goes in another good movie, which is great, which is called This Is the End, which was a pretty funny movie. And then on his list was The Lone Ranger. I don't know.
Wait. Yeah. Which one does he have?
The most recent one with Johnny Depp. So this is on his top 10 movie list, and this is just some of the movies that he's actually talking about.
Okay, so how much is Disney paying him?
That is a very good question. Or what type of medication he's currently on is even probably a better question. Because the way I look at it is that The Lone Ranger was a horrible movie. Oh, yeah. The only thing I could possibly see why Quentin Tarantino likes it so much is that, first off, it deals with cowboys and Indians, which is a North American only invention.
Yep.
The second thing is the train sequence at the end was all done in real time. So the thing is that was breathtaking, but however, at the same time, it was also copied almost frame per frame from the Lone Ranger movie from back in the 80s. So again, nothing too original. So I don't know why Quentin Tarantino likes the Lone Ranger that much, and anyone who actually likes the Lone Ranger that much should consider getting a frontal lobotomy done with a coat hanger, because that will probably help spare everyone else.
You know what? That might be the reason for that Simpsons episode.
Maybe. But yeah, so this is what Quentin speaking of. And the thing is that I like Quentin Tarantino films. When he hits the mark, he hits it dead on. But when he doesn't, you're trapped in the kitchen for 20 minutes while people talk about nothing.
Yeah, that's
or a restaurant.
Right.
Exactly. So,
the restaurant. Oh, the restaurant. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. So, that being said, let's hop in. Do you have any movie news?
Yeah, I found one interesting thing.
Okay, what do you got?
Back on that Gravity movie, we've got Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah!
Buzz Aldrin did a review of the movie.
Yeah, what did he say?
He's
happy with it, isn't he?
He's extravagantly impressed by the portrayal of reality in Zero G.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Sandra Bullock, George Clooney, no!
It's like he's not, like, he's saying, yeah, this is quite impressive. Looking down and seeing the features of the Earth. It's like...
Yeah, as I said before, visually, it's supposed to be absolutely amazing. Plus, on top of the special effects for things actually floating in space, that's the amazing part as well. So the thing is, it's like, yeah, man, like, they hit the mark with it. But the thing is, again, Sandra Bullock followed by George Clooney. I don't buy it. Get some unknown people in there. Would have been great.
I don't know. I also read a couple of other comments that it could have starred two other people.
Who?
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, that would be funny.
And Natalie Portman.
See, I could buy that. No, I can't.
What are you talking about? You've got Tony Stark.
Tony Stark is not a space guy. We all know this.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm very sure. Remember the end of Avengers? Where was it supposed to go? In space, which is being axed because Thanos was being introduced. So basically now what's going on is they're introducing the age of Voltron.
Yeah, but this is Tony Stark. As soon as he gets put into space, he's like, I need to make a suit that can go in space.
In space, exactly.
Like, this is Tony Stark.
Point, but the thing is that Tony Stark, Iron Man, is really a New York / North American type like character.
Fair enough. But then you've got Natalie Portman, so that'll bring Thor in, and that would totally change this Gravity movie.
That would be Thor starts up, oh, knave, are you not in the cusp of the ether? What? Who are you? I am Thor, God of Thunder.
That would change the entire movie.
That would be funny. A big blonde guy shows up with a hammer swinging around. Yeah, I can dig that. All right, then. So let's hop in the top 5, shall we?
All right, top 5.
So top 5 movies did extremely well over the weekend, falling number 5 down to number 2. Ron Howard's must-see movie, kind of, called Rush, coming in at a mere $4.48 million. Down from number 2 to number 4, Prisoners. Don't know much about this movie. Don't really care. Moving on. But anyway, that came in at $5.75 million. Number 3, opening up over the weekend. is Runner Runner, coming in at $7.71 million. Now we start getting the big boy stuff, coming down for number number two, which is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Ready for this? $21 million. So right off the bat, it eclipses third, fourth, and fifth place. And, of course, number one movie would be
Gravity,
coming in at $55.8 million. $55.8 million. Only we had that for lunch money.
Yep.
That would be awesome.
Like this is like it's pulling in like summer blockbuster money.
You got it, because basically last week, so when Meatballs opened up, that came in about 31 mil.
Yeah.
So this
is topping that. So,
and I don't get it. I really don't get it. But obviously, I'm guessing it must be too old to watch movies.
I don't know. There was this lovely piece that was done by James Cameron, Avatar.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "Oh, it's Pocahontas in space."
Yep.
But then you stop, you take a couple of steps back and go, how much money did that make?
Oh yeah, that made a lot of money.
So maybe the visual effects are enough.
We're radio
Gravity
guys.
through.
What do we really know about movies except they suck and they do it?
Pretty much.
Yeah, man. Well, we do what we can. So basically, also opening up over the weekend, we have Carrie, the remake that's coming out, which is sort of interesting. Yeah, remake. And then we got The Fifth Estate, which is basically the WikiLeaks movie, which would be kind of interesting. You know, Wiki-link-a-link-a-dink. And then basically we got this interesting movie called 12 Years as a Slave, so that'd be fairly interesting. And then, of course, we have the Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Sylvester Stallone movie known as the Escape Plan, which would be really, really cool, and that's coming out this weekend. So it will be very... here's a quick question for you.
Yep.
2.0. What do you think is going to do well over the weekend for next week? Think it's going to be Carrie, Fifth Estate, 12 Years as a Slave, or Escape Plan? Ooh. Interesting if you think about it.
I think Carrie is going to come in second.
I think Carrie's going to be first or second, I agree. Followed by Escape Plan.
Followed by...
Yeah. It's going to be either Escape Plan or Carrie. It's going to be very interesting who comes on top. My personal opinion, my gut, which is fairly huge, is telling me Carrie. Just because we're so close to Halloween. And of course, talking about Halloween, Kitchener Zombie Walk is also coming up this weekend, so stop on by the KPL library for noon. Also top that KitchenerZombieWalk.com. But anyways, cheap plug. I think it's going to be Carrie, followed by Escape Plan, then followed by Fifth Estate, and then basically 12 Years as a Slave. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how correct we are.
But then again, that's also playing against Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
True. Well, the thing is that we've been slamming Gravity. So if Gravity holds on to the number 2 spot, then all that gets pushed back down. If Gravity goes to number 3, then obviously those two movies will open up towards that. Yeah. And the thing is that I think Schwarzenegger and Stallone need Escape Plan to work. And the thing is that I don't think they were planning on Meatballs or Gravity even run for their money. Because the thing is that we both know how this is going to work. So I think Gravity would be holder number 2, and I think the movies we just talked about come in third and fourth, which basically would be about maybe $12 to $7 million. Oops! Who knew that the October season would be so viciously fought over the box office?
Yeah, who knew?
Because I'm looking down on paper, George Clooney, and with respect to all the actors, it looks great on paper, but it's like, who cares? It's a space movie.
Yep.
No.
Space movie.
No, space movie's winning. So this should be very interesting. Plus, on top of it, also keep in mind, kids, that this is Cheapy Night Tuesday, so go down and support your local independent movie theater because, heaven forbid, they need the money over top of the big box office. So, movie theaters it is. So, with that being said, let's take a break, and we'll come back with some more weekly trending family minutes as we move into the last 25 minutes of the actual segment. How's that sound?
Alrighty.
Good stuff!